Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm super excited to unbox my brand new iPad Pro 13-inch with the incredible M4 chip. This comes with 1TB of storage and 16GB of RAM. Please note that only the 1TB and above models have the 16GB of RAM version, everything else will be the 8GB version. To complete the setup, I also got my hands on the new Magic keyboard and Apple Pencil Pro, all in silver and white. Big shout out to my good friend at Apple who hooked me up with a sweet discount on this pricey package. Now let's dive right in and unbox these beauties. First up, we have the Apple Pencil Pro. At first glance, it looks pretty similar to my old Apple Pencil, but this one packs in more features. It now has a haptic engine and tactile feedback, which I can't wait to try out. Plus, there's a new squeeze feature that acts like a button press, making it super handy for various applications. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have upgraded the Apple Pencil, but Apple kind of forced my hand if I wanted to use a stylus with this new iPad. Next, let's check out the Magic Keyboard. This is my first time owning one, so I have no prior experience to compare it to. Straight out of the box, I love how clean the white version looks. It feels premium with its aluminium chassis and soft touch back. I can already tell I'll be using this a lot. The white keys are a nice touch too. I feel this white version will be good at rejecting smudges and fingerprints. The new Magic Keyboard is slightly lighter than last year's model, weighing in at 660 grams. It is a larger trackpad with haptic clicks, a function row with brightness and volume keys, and a better typing experience due to the higher placement of the keys, allowing for more room for your palms. Typing feels great on this, on par with my MacBook M1 Air. Just a heads up, the old Magic Keyboard won't work with the new iPad Pros. Now for the main event, the iPad Pro 13-inch. The box itself feels surprisingly light. As always, Apple's packaging is top notch. In Europe though, we're only getting a short USB-C cable and no power block. The cable is nicely braided, but it's a little bit short for my liking. I went with the silver version to match the white keyboard case. This combo does a better job at hiding fingerprints and smudges compared to the darker options. Picking up the iPad for the first time, I have to say it feels amazing. It's thin, light and premium, weighing just 580 grams and only 5.1 mm thick. Comparing it to my current iPad mini really shows the difference in size and feel. Holding the new iPad Pro in your hands, you realize that a machine with M4 tier power, fantastic speakers and a great display shouldn't be this sleek. Apple seems to have perfected the design this year and I'm a big fan. The power packed into this tablet is incredible. Whether or not I'll be able to fully take advantage of it remains to be seen. Looking at the iPad and the Magic Keyboard attached, I'd say both have a similar footprint in terms of size and weight to the MacBook Air M1, which I have here beside it. Traveling with this iPad setup takes up the same amount of room as this 13-inch laptop. If portability is a major concern, the 11-inch might be a better consideration. Personally, I won't be moving much with the iPad, so I went for the bigger screen. Comparing the typing experience, I'd say they are very similar, a testament to how good this new Magic Keyboard is. The extra function buttons make a real difference, and having those shortcuts to hand does make the overall experience much better. This is easily the best portable keyboard I have used. The trackpad too is much bigger compared to the last generation and works great with iPad OS. For this iPad upgrade, I'm coming from the latest iPad mini. The last Pro model I had was from 2018. Coming from the mini, I am probably not as wowed about the size and weight as someone coming from a recent model of the same size. One of the main reasons for opting for this model is the screen. After my initial setup, I was certainly impressed. It is amazing, and I believe the hype when I'm told it's the world's most advanced display. Looking at this side by side with my iPad mini, you can immediately notice the 120Hz screen and everything feels smoother. It is also so much brighter, with 1000 nits of max brightness for standard content and 1600 peak in HDR. This tandem OLED has not disappointed so far. A few HDR videos later and I can say this is the nicest panel I've ever worked with. It's bright, offers terrific viewing angles and delivers the kind of sharpness that makes you want to gaze at it. Outdoor viewing is also really good in this model due to the specs which I have confirmed with a quick outside test. While you will still see reflections in bright sunlight, it is definitely viewable. This 120Hz screen is also now ready to support hardware accelerated ray tracing, so AAA titles that push the boundaries of the Metal API will be eye candy on this machine. The 4-speaker array delivers arguably the best sound you can get from a tablet in 2024. Another neat change this year is the horizontal aligned front camera. For a machine that Apple wants you to believe is as good as a computer, this is the natural place for a webcam. It includes Face ID, which is much more convenient than the Touch ID in my iPad mini. I haven't had the chance to test out the battery longevity yet, but I'm curious to see how the added stress of powering an OLED screen and a faster chip works out. I'll save that aspect for my review, but with my initial usage I see no concerns. On this model, Apple skipped the M3 chip in the iPad Pro and dropped an M4 powered beast in it instead. Online reviews reveal this beefy processor runs circles around its predecessors. It can run graphically demanding games like Resident Evil 4 or editing apps like Premiere Pro or Final Cut with ease thanks to the M4 chip. This, of course, I will test over time. My plan for this expensive device is to use it as my main computer. I'll be watching Netflix on its amazing display, playing some games and using it to edit all my videos and photos. Time will tell how well it fits into that role, and once I have had time to use it more, I'll do a full review. This video, for example, will be fully edited using Final Cut Pro on this iPad. As a device, the iPad Pro is a marvel of engineering. Unfortunately, if you want to kit this tablet out with the upgrades or peripherals, it's going to cost you a lot. If you have any questions about this iPad, the keyboard or the pen, leave them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'd also love to hear from others who have received their new iPads to get their thoughts. The only thing in the back of my mind this early is if I would have been better served with the 11-inch model for the improved portability. Only time will tell. It might be the best, most desirable tablet available by some margin, but the iPad Pro is total overkill, I feel, for most people. Listen, if you've enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe as it helps the channel a lot. As ever, thanks for watching and I hope to see you all again very soon.